Dreams do come true. Everything I would have imagined it would turn out to look like. It looks amazing. It looks so pissed off, angry, and we should have this thing running. If we can recap just a little bit on this truck. So I bought this truck when I was 14 years old as a project to restore and drive as my first vehicle. As you can see, this truck was rough. It was beaten. It had been sitting for like 10 or 15 years. So I took it home, rebuilt pretty much everything that could be rebuilt with suspension, brakes, fuel system, everything. Fixed all the rust, repainted it, cleaned it up, and made it an awesome daily driver. But my dream is always to make the truck into a low, pissed off looking drag truck. And finally I have the opportunity to do that. So about 3 or 4 months ago, I decided to lower the truck, build a small block Chevy for it, get a T56 Magnum transmission, painted the stripes on it and whatnot. And now we're in the final stretch of actually installing the engine and the transmission and getting this thing to run. I got my Cletus McFarlane steering wheel all put in. It's not a quick release. I'm eventually going to upgrade one, but I really don't need one. I just threw that one in there because it fits and it works and it actually looks really good. I got Race Quip 5-point harness. The rest of the harnesses are scattered about. We need to mount this today. And the thing is, you can't safely mount the shorter straps without crossbar in the back. So we're going to make ourselves a crossbar today. Technically, you could bolt them to the floor. Well, one, that's not safe, and two, I'm pretty sure that's illegal at most drag strips. In classes and whatever you're running. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know you shouldn't do that. And now these things are on there solid and safe. This turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Like, that is going nowhere. Got 4 bolts on each side. I drilled them offset, and I welded a smiley face upside down, so in case I ever do wreck, well, at least people that are digging me out of the truck are gonna have a good laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come to where we finally put this in there once and for all until it blows up, and then we build that LS and drop it in there with 2 turbos. But as of right now, we're going naturally aspirated and then probably to nitrous. But long story short, I want to drop this in, and then once it's bolted in, my bell housing for the T56 Magnum is coming, finally. It only took 2 freaking months and like 60 phone calls to Jegs. Just once I get it in there, like I said, throw the bolts through it, boom, engine's in. Just gotta throw the bolts in it, throw a ratchet strap around it, just to be 100% sure. Let's go ahead and get started. Do come true, because that's everything I would have imagined it would turn out to look like. It looks amazing. It looks so pissed off, angry, and honestly very circle track looking with the header design, how tall the intake, carb, and air cleaner sit, and I love it. We're starting to get really deep into the truck now, and the engine is in with the intake on, carburetor on, valve covers on, headers on, everything except for like the distributor and front accessory stuff. The next step I'm going to take is we're going to put in the T56 Magnum. Now, I just want to make a small note to anybody that's thinking about doing the swap. Don't buy the Magnum. It is so ungodly expensive. Just go with the regular T56. Unless you want a 6-speed, all right, you can go with the Magnum. I don't think it's worth it. Personally, I want the 6-speed, so to me it's worth it, but in a general case, I just go with the regular T56. Great transmission. But anyway, we're gonna throw this in. I got everything I need. I got the clutch, I got the pressure plate, I got the flywheel, I got the bell housing, I got the bell housing spacer plate, everything I need. And it costed a lot of freaking money. But let me show you what I've gotten done so far. Okay, so from under the truck, I got the plate just temporarily secured on behind the flywheel. Flywheel is on, torqued on, our pilot bearing is in. So that's all done. that's a pretty big part just because of how heavy and hard this is to do by yourself. The next thing we have to do is actually put on the clutch and pressure plate, then our bell housing, and make sure it's all secured like permanently, because we have to measure for the shims on our hydraulic throwout bearing. Let's go grab the clutch and pressure plate, throw it on, and make sure everything fits. So what's great about this install kit for the hydraulic throwout bearing, it comes with the shims and directions on how to measure it. So I got this all measured out correctly. I got my hard lines, or not my hard lines, but my steel braided lines all attached, all connected. Everything is measured underneath, all put together, good to go. All we have to do now, roll this thing under there, try and slide it in there. I do have to take the cross member out still, but once that's out, we can slide this up into place, and then we're golden after that. Should be at least. Finally all in. So I had to cut a massive gap in the floor to get the shifter where it needs to be at. So I need to re-weld that up and then put a plate up here. And the shifter I've got that was out of my dad's old square body is way too long. I need the regular like quarter length shifter like you'd have in like a car. Because that's just way too long and way too far back. So, but listen to this. Like, oh. So crisp. A few things I have left transmission wise. I've got to put on my new clutch master cylinder with the linkage that goes to the pedal. I got to drill into it and put on like a swivel. Put on the hard lines for the throwout bearing, and then of course need to get all my front accessories for the engine and whatnot. So that was a hell of a lot of work in one episode. A lot of stuff done. I hope y'all are enjoying kind of this series, building this truck. Super excited about this truck more and more. The more I work on it, it's turning into the truck that I always dreamed it would be. So anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching these videos. It means so much to me. Y'all have a blessed day. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.